Shalom. I want to give praise honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Hashab Shem Kadash, and double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the Thomas Truth, and please blessing and citations to the hopeful elect. And yeah, man, this is basically a little a testimony that came to my remembrance. When this happened in 2019, and this was a time where I was literally like two or 3 months into finding about the truth. So I was pretty new during this time, and the brother Shapar here, he was basically talking about the like it says Canada Bill C-367, a step towards criminalizing Christianity. But we all know that didn't come about. This extremism didn't come about till the Israelites, or should I say, the prophets, started stepping out on the highways and byways. And literally, man, because of that, Esau's afraid. And not only that, but we know what the scriptures say, man, in 2nd Esdras chapter 16, man, about Esau being like a madman, sparing none, and the insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And you know what? Let me just quickly get it, man. 2nd Esdras 16. And let me start at 70. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next seas a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord." And yeah, man, the time of Jacob's trouble is coming, man. It's evident. Not only that, but the famine of the word. That's evident. It's plain to see. Like these visions that the prophets had, and I wrote them down. They're plain, man, and simple. And those that have the Rakak Dash or the Holy Spirit can see, man. You can see these prophecies coming to pass, man. It's evident at this point. But carrying on. Verse 22, it says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." And yeah, basically going into when them troops come, and I'll go door to door, and they're basically checking to see if you got anything of value. When I say of value, I mean like food, the sword. And when I say the sword, I mean weapons, and anything that's, like I said, of value, they're gonna take. And those who don't want to comply, they're getting thrown into them school buses. Yeah, you see, I think it was called martial law. There was a movie called Martial Law, and they're literally putting people into these yellow school buses and taking them to CCs or concentration camps, and basically they were locked up, man. Those who didn't want to agree or hand over their stuff, but even then, the lords elect of the elect are gonna be safe in that time, because we carry on reading. Verse 73 says, "Then shall it be known who are my chosen. They shall be tried as a gold in the fire. Hear, O my beloved, says the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, behold, there is a trouble at hand, but I'll deliver you from the same." And also, yeah, going into that little testimony, like I was saying, with with demonizing the truth. I just wanted to talk about what I went through when I was making mention of being new in the truth. So basically, what happened was my hair was I would like to say it was on different levels. I basically wanted it on one level, so I went to the barbers, and at this point, like I said, I was new, and I was wearing a t-shirt with fringes with the border of blue. And the prophets already know what I'm talking about with this. Yeah, it's even reached over to the UK. I've seen a few people wearing t-shirts with fringes, and believe it or not, ISUPK and IUIC are over here too. In my city, there's no GMS in my city, but there's ISUPK and IUIC. And literally, the only reason why I know that that they're here is because one guy tried to so-called recruit me for IUIC, and then ISUPK. When I got in contact with my dad, he let me know that he was basically learning from them. So I was like, oh my god. But yeah, carrying on with this little testimony. So yeah, I went to the barbers with my fringes on. I was literally waiting to get a haircut, and then this old head comes in, and then he sees the fringes, and he's like, he starts talking about you know the curses, Deuteronomy 28, and all of that. At this point, like I was watching so many videos and reading the Bible and studying. Like I already knew everything that he was telling me, but the thing is, I didn't want to be prideful, and I wanted to respect my elders. So I just decided to listen, and while listening to him, he said what he needed to say, and yeah, he didn't bring out any scriptures, but yeah, the things he was saying was just about the Atlantic slave trade and this and that. And then that's when he was like, let me give him my email. At first said phone number, but at that point in time I didn't even have a phone. I can't lie. I did not have a phone. Literally broke. But yeah, I got his email. I had some crappy old laptop. It was pretty slow. Like, but it got the job done. Although I had to watch the brothers' videos in like 144p, literally the lowest quality. It was better than nothing. It was better than nothing. That's all I can say. And I wanna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shema Shah for allowing me to continue to watch those videos. So yeah, I gave him my email, and then after I gave him my email, I decided to go home. I went home. We were talking on Gmail, and I was basically telling him that I wanted to join a camp. I wanted to go out to the highways and byways, and he was like, "Oh yeah, my his nephew basically does that." At first, I didn't even know it was IUIC. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I didn't know. I just thought it was just like a group of people going out to the highways and byways and reading scriptures. That's what I thought it was. But yeah, man. I got home and the guy was like, "Oh, you gotta fill out this form or this application." And I'm thinking to myself, application to join a camp. Yeah. And you see now it's starting to make sense why I'm bringing out this testimony. And I basically met back up with him, and he gave me the form and the paper. It had the logo of IOIC, and then it had all these boxes for you to fill out. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about this paper, this form from IOIC? It was asking too much personal information. I want to say personal information. I mean, to the very last detail. It was like some federal, some FBI type shit. That's what it was. I ain't gonna lie, that's how it was. It was asking for my full name, if I have any middle names. It was asking for my blood type. It was asking for my address, where I live, I'm what job I'm working at, and I'm thinking, what does any of this have to do with teaching the truth? Literally nothing. And I'm like, wait, if Esau was to come and decide to round up some Israelites, and he's got all this information already about me, he'll know exactly where to go. He'll know exactly where my home is. Literally. And like the scriptures say, man, 2 Corinthians 16 and um where was it, 72? For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses, so that they'll know exactly where to find me. I mean, literally, I can't rely, man. Like, once I started putting it all together. Actually, you know what? I skipped out a part. I forgot the main part that basically that helped me basically put off IUIC and from joining. Because after I saw the form, I was like, do I really have to fill this out? And the Aston guy is like, yeah, you gotta fill it out to be a part of IUIC. So I was just thinking, do I do it or not? And I was thinking to myself, just pull it up and do it later. And then what I ended up doing was going on YouTube. I wanted to watch a video, and this video of the elders and apostles, or should I say, the video of the apostles came up, and it was a pretty old video. It was basically concerning graping, or RAPE. And at first, what made me not go to GMS or watch their videos at first was this 1 minute video. And it was basically what's the word called, it was basically it was basically like cut down to make it seem sluggier. Oh man. Yeah, so they basically cut it down to make it seem like the apostles were a bunch of pedos basically. And that was the first video I seen, and I was like, damn. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't, you know, watch them. And then literally that day when I was contemplating, do I fill out this form? Like I said, I went on YouTube to go watch a video, and then that's when I came across the same video, but it wasn't the edited version. So the first video that I watched of them was like 1 minute. This video that I found, which was the full video, was like 17 minutes long. And all the apostles did was break down from the scriptures what would happen if you grape someone, and literally telling you what was going on back then. There wasn't even condoning anyone to do anything like that. But that short little video, that 1 minute video, made out like that's what the apostles were doing, but there wasn't. And then when I watched the whole 17 minutes, I was like, wow, people are out here making them look this bad. And I started thinking, the servants of the Lord, he talks about how the majority would hate them. And all I kept hearing is, don't watch GMS, GMSRP, there wasn't all that craziness. At first I was believing it, but after I watched that video of them breaking down in the scriptures about the GRAPE, I literally started watching more of their videos, and they were making sense, man. And when I say they were making sense, I mean they were making sense. It was fitting together like some puzzle, man. It's like the puzzle was being completed before my eyes. And with these other camps that I was watching, like I ain't gonna lie, man, it just didn't make sense. And when I say it didn't make sense, I mean they were contradicting themselves. And not only that, but the spirit of wanting to go out and teach, that only came upon me after I started watching the elders and apostles of GMS, and I can't forget Men of Valor, Mysteries of the Kingdom of Heaven. I can't forget them. What else is there? Oh yeah, Dye Garments from Basra. Stay in the Spirit 144. Wakar Math, Aharana Math, GMS one. Like and I can't forget the Alda Manata Zak and the Alda Manata Zakba. Or should I say Big Bro Manata Zakba. I'm on one of Bud. Like I started watching all of them, and I put away the other cancer, and like my understanding was growing. And then I literally got a phone like a week later, and I gave that same dude, that old head, he was talking to me about joining IUIC. I basically told him that I don't want to join IUIC anymore, and he asked me why. And so I was watching GMS, man. You know the first thing that come out of his mouth? Slander. Oh no, don't watch them. They're a bunch of pedos. And literally, when I heard him say that, I was like, nah, man, that's a bunch of lies. And I linked the video. I literally linked the video of the apostles basically breaking it down, saying whatever video you watched of the apostles basically condoning it, it was edited and cut to make them look bad. Here's the full video. And then I said to him, nah, man, I honestly can't join. I'm just gonna have to either do it by myself or find someone else to go out to the highways and byways with. But I ended up doing it by myself, which I can't lie, I actually preferred it. But sometimes it does affect the throat. Oh, and there's also another testimony, concerning IOIC. And literally it was one of the basically a young Jake who basically joined. And the crazy thing is they don't let them teach. That's the crazy thing. They don't let them teach. That's what I don't get. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's weird. But yeah, I remember I was talking to this girl. I was telling her about the truth, and literally, she went to some other Jake and was basically telling him what I was telling her, and then he tried to send scriptures to her to try and confound me. But but the thing is, it didn't work because they always go to the same arguments. GMS, a bunch of pedos. They basically GRAPE children. That's what the dude was saying. And I'm thinking to myself, are you an idiot? And then I had to show him, I had to show him, well, not him, but the girl. I was basically explaining to the girl, that bunch, he's a lie. And his congregation just be lying to him. And I showed that in the scriptures. And not only that, I showed her the video. And she started believing me over him. And she's known him even longer. And the crazy thing is, it was like it was a test of some sort. Because I remember she called me and she was like, "Do you do you stand with those men of Great Millstone and believe in their doctrine?" And I was thinking to myself, "Be careful with the words you say." And I was like, "Yes, man, I do stand with them. I believe they have the 100% truth. It comes out of Great Millstone, man." And not only that, but yeah, man, literally going back to IUIC, they're part of the problem. I'm gonna say the problem. I mean, literally having brothers, or should I say, young Israelites getting caught up when Esau decides to come for the Israelites. He's gonna come for all of us. And those Israelites that join these false camps and believe in them, they're gonna fall with the leadership. And Bishop Nathaniel, he gonna look like a liar. I know the men that were with him, and they're gonna look like liars anyway. They're gonna be exposed for being liars and deceivers. And it's gonna come out that they've been working for Esau all this time. Even though we already know that. It's pretty evident. And from the little tactics that they do, it's evident. Like, why do you need so much personal information for me to come learn? I know, and like that's the thing. You would literally have to go to this building and sit there and just listen to them talk. And you go home after, and I'm like, you got all these men, sitting here in this room doing nothing. Like they could be out in the house and barries. Like literally, they own literally the leadership ordains who can go out and teach. Like literally, man. So what I'm basically trying to say is, if you can teach and you know you can teach, the leadership will say, no, you're not allowed to teach. Only this guy in your camp can teach. You just have to hold the sign. Like, I wouldn't want to be a part of that. And I see what the Lord had. Wow. I see what the Lord had things play out the way they did. Because I wasn't supposed to be some sideman or some dude standing on the sidelines. I was supposed to speak, and Lord willing, I'm gonna try and go out to the highways and byways tomorrow. Lord willing, I'd have to see how my body is when I step out in the cold, because it's killing me. Not going out to the highways and byways is killing me. But we'll see what the Lord does in it. But yeah, man, I hope this was edifying. I'm gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Shem HaShabbat, Shem HaKadosh, and Shalom.